Hi everyone. Well, in this particular video, as you may have guessed, I'm not going to be shaving, but I'm going to go through a few blades and compare them in order of sharpness and performance really. I have 7 blades I've chosen. I could pick a lot more, but it would be a very long video if I did that. But of course these choices are some of the ones I use regular and some not so regular, but I've used them all. And in my opinion, any blade comparison really is going to be to one person. Now what I mean by that is I can't give you a specific range of blades and say that is the sharpest and that is the least sharpest or whatever, because every one of us is different. Our beard growths, some have thick coarse beards, very wiry growth. Some people have thin and sensitive smooth skin. Every one of us is unique and different. So I could class one blade as being very sharp and you would disagree because you're different to me. So these are my own opinions on these blades really, but hopefully you'll find it interesting and helpful. Okay, so here we have the blades, and this is just a selection which I've chosen really. Some I use regularly and some I don't, but I have used them all. We'll go through firstly what they are, and this one here is the feather blade. This one's the Persona Platinum blade. This is an unbranded blade. This is the Derby Extra blade. This is the Gillette 7 o'clock blade. This one is the Wilkinson Sword blade, and this one is the Laser Super Platinum blade. Now I've put these in order of sharpness for me, this being the sharpest end going down to the sort of least sharpest end, if you like. There's not a lot between them, but what I can say really, when it comes to blades, everyone's different. So what's sharp for me may not be sharp for you. It depends really on your skin, your beard growth, if it's thick, wiry, beard, if you've got a thick growth, or if you've got a thin, very light growth or sensitive skin, and you can go on really. It also depends what razor you put them into. So these are my personal choice, but hopefully some people will get some ideas from it or help from it. So we'll start off with the feather blade. Now to me that is the sharpest blade of this selection anyway. It's a very sharp blade. Now personally I wouldn't use that in one of the heavy duty. I wouldn't use that in the Merca Future on setting 6 or the R41. I may try it one day, but normally I wouldn't use it because it's such a sharp blade. I may use that in a mild razor such as the Wilkinson Sword Classic or even the Edwin Jagger DE89. So we'll have a look at this blade now, and this is the feather blade, and that's the paper wrapper it comes in. Doesn't want to focus. And that's the blade itself, if you can see that. Maybe not. No, that's better. And that's the blade itself with a feather trademark on the top. the next one down, the Persona, or the Persona Red as some people call it, I would say that's the next sharpest for me. The Persona blade just comes in a plain white envelope, and another good blade, really. I've used that quite often, and I have used that in the Merca Future and been very good, but it's only been really on setting 3 or 4. The next one is the unbranded one. Now the reason that's in this position here is because I believe this one, as you can see, there's no markings on it. Wait a minute, there's no markings on that, but I believe that is made by Persona. I've got that on good authority really, but that's the unbranded one, or as I believe it's Persona, so it's next to it. The next one is the Derby Extra blade, and that one looks like that. Derby Extra, and that's another good blade. When I first tried the Derby blades, wasn't that fussed on them, but I've used it now, well, several times, and I've had some very good results with it. So it shows you some blades can grow on you, I think. Next one, we'll come to the 7 o'clock blade, which is made by Gillette, and another good blade really. Some good results with that as well. Gillette 7 o'clock blade, and I would say it's on par really with Wilkinson's sword, and that's the next blade we're coming to here, and that's what that looks like. It comes in this sort of little envelope, and that's what it looks like when you take it out of the envelope. I like it. It's a lovely blade. It's my sort of go-to blade for regular shaving really. It's a good all-rounder, works well from the sort of basic razor of the Wilkinson Sword Classic, or Yuma, anything like that, and it works well even in the Merca Future or the R41, the Mule R41. And the last one is the laser razor, and these are, you can buy these very cheaply in a lot of pound shops and places like that, and again a very good, helped if I had the right way, it's a very good razor really. It's the reason is at the bottom here is not because it's a cheap blade, but you see there's not much difference in them in my opinion. A lot of people now watching these who use these themselves will be shouting, no, I wouldn't put that there, I'd put that one. You know, it's all personal choice. But this one is a good razor, but I find it doesn't last as long as these. You know, so it does a good shave first, maybe have 2 shaves out of that before I feel it starting to drag really. But that's just my personal choice. As I say, there's 7 blades there, and just to recap, going from the sharpest, in my opinion, the feather blade, then the Persona Platinum, then the unbranded one, which I think is Persona anyway, then the Derby Extra, then the Gillette 7 o'clock, and then the Wilkinson Sword, and then the laser. But as I say, this is my own choice, because we're all different, we're all made differently, and really to have a truthful answer, nobody can really answer it in a video. You have to try them for yourself really, and you will then put them all in order of sharpness depending on your growth, your skin type, and what razors you're using, because it all factors in to the end answer, I believe anyway. So that's my choice of blades and in order of sharpness for me personally. As I stated in the video earlier on, the choice, I can put things in order, say the feather is the sharpest, down to the laser, which I think is the least sharpest. But that would change for each person depending what razor they put each blade into, and dependent on your skin type, your beard growth. Is it thin? Is it thick growth? Have you got sensitive skin? All these factors come into it, I believe. So making a choice of blade, this may be a choice for a lot of people maybe, but for some people it would be far different. They would be in different orders, dependent on what they themselves prefer. So I believe that the only true answer anyone can get in regards to blades is actually using them and trying them themselves. But anyway, I hope this video has helped someone, and these blades are my choice, and they were in order of sharpness for me basically. And so I hope someone out there has got some help from it. I hope you found it interesting, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next shaving video.